Right, so I'm recording again. So we're multiplying this last one here. Must be a star for multiply. Else we'll tell them to show a message. No, I'm not doing more than one thing for each answer. I did a super copy and paste story there. Now we have to just go and compare the two answers. Now remember, put your comments, end of case. Yeah, for combo box. Chosen. One option is chosen at a time. So the person's going to type the answer in here. Shh. And in this button click, we're going to check to see if the answer that the person typed was the same as the computer answer. So we're going to say if our answer equals string to float. Yeah, I didn't even have to do anything else there. EDT answer. Then, but we do need to be error checking, you know what I mean? When else show message 2 more tries. So now you can count how many times this button gets clicked, because you're only going to give them 3 tries to get the answer right. So I'm basically putting a skeleton together here. That is what the whole goal is here. Get some kind of skeleton going and then dress it up. For instance, I'm going to have a counter to count how many times this button here is clicked. So that if the counter becomes more than 2, then basically the program will close. We'll say application.terminate or something horrible like that. But of course we need the counter. Dun, 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 dun. The counter has to be global. Take note, I didn't use INUM1 and INUM2 is global. Thank goodness. The counter must be global. And I haven't given my button here a name. BTN check math. Name. BTN check math. Another thing that we haven't done is making sure that the user typed a number in there and not a string. And in this case, a real number must be typed in there, not a string. So it's also going to be dependent on your operating system whether you have a full stop as a decimal separator or a comma. So you go to your properties and see what they are on your computer system, your Windows properties. Because that's what Delphi will be checking to see. You know, some of your computers have got full stops, some of yours have got commas. Anyway, for BTN check math, we have to check that EDT answer is a real number. And before we do anything else, we can do that. We can val EDT answer dot text, comma, rnum, comma, I code. Here's your val statement. You know the grade 12s, they had a question like this in their trial, but the question was put so silently, so to speak, you had to really read properly, you know, and then some people didn't actually do this val. If our code is not equal to 0, then we're going to show message and exit. Show message, please enter a real or integer number, and exit. So we have to do the val, and this is all part of your PAT marks as well. So, if our code is not equal to naught, we're telling them to please enter a real number. We just make sure we have capitals, etc. And if it's not equal to naught, this procedure will exit. The user has a chance to clear. Let's go and clear, shall we? We should maybe clear the EDT answer dot clear, and then EDT answer dot set focus, and then we can exit. So those things will happen. The processor will clear the edit box. The processor will put a pointer on the edit box called EDT answer, and then the procedure will close. But that focus will be on the edit box. So these are important little steps over here to take, and this is to make sure that your program is user-friendly to the extreme. Now the next thing that we have to do after that, well, if they did get the right thing, then we can go ahead and go get RNum1 and RNum2 and then go and work out what the computer answer is and compare it with what EDT answer is. But there's also another thing. What if they don't get it right? We've got to have 2 more tries. So remember I said we're going to have a global counter because we're going to count how many times that button is clicked. In other words, how many times the person tried. So I'm going to say R count tries, R count math, try, integer. R count math try. Make sure your variables are definitely explanatory. Now this btn check math button, when we get to it, we're going to increment R count math try. Now it is set, that global counter is automatically set to 0. You do not have to go and set it to 0 again. So you do not have to set it to 0 again. It's automatically set to 0. And then when you increment each button, click you increment, it'll count if, you're going to say the problem, if R count math try is less than or equal to 3. We're going to give them 3 chances, aren't we? So if it's 3, we want to give them a chance, don't we? Hey? If R count math is less than or equal to 3, we will do this. We're going to do everything. We're going to get the 2 numbers. We're going to go and the maths thing is going to work. And by the way, I put begin and end here, but I didn't have to. I really didn't have to. It was a whole lot of typing for nothing. But I always do that sometimes just to make sure, because I don't know whether I'm going to do 2 things or just 1 thing. So if I count math try, if it's 1, if it's 2, I can do it. If it's 3, I'm going to check. But this shouldn't say 2 more tries, you know. We should actually be dependent on show message R count math try. Okay, int to string R count math try 3 minus R count math try, and join that to the number, the sentence, so much more tries. I'm just trying to basically find out how many more tries there are. So if this is, and we actually, what do we want to do if they win? We don't want to just show a message that they win. We want them to go to the next tab sheet, don't we? We want to go to the next tab sheet. Else, we are going to, okay, so we're not going to the next tab sheet in the else part, but if they correct the answer right, we want to go to the next tab sheet. So we'll say TBS reports pgc.active page active page colon equals TVS reports. So we get to the active page there. What if they run out of tries? Are we just going to show a message in application.terminate? Show message, big fail, shown. And then we'll application dot terminate. Please don't write big fail in your PAT, okay? It's a little bit rude, a little bit on the rude side. I'm just showing you just because I haven't got time to think of fancy words right now. You've got to write neat messages and so on. Remember, at the end of the day, you might sell your program. Then what? I know. Okay, so over here, we're going to choose an operator. So I'm going to go and type in 88 plus 43, 891, 131. Now let's check. Win, yay. So that is what the thing is now. I'm not going to do maths. I'm not testing my mathematics abilities. Why should I? I already passed maths long ago. No thanks. I'm 62. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell my name. Everybody knows how old I am now. Shh, I'm busy recording, you know. Hey, this is going on the YouTube channel. Do you want it to go on like this? Okay, fine. Shh, quiet. Anyway, guys, you must make sure that you have got your edit box cleared and so on. We also want to do that. Clear and set focus if they win. No, wait. Over here. We have to do a lot of things if they didn't get it right. Do you know what those things are? We got to go and generate more random numbers. Excuse me, I'm talking. We have to set the combo box option to nothing. So there's a lot of things we're going to do if they don't get the first answer right. We're going to generate, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to basically say, I'll have num1 here. No, wait, I'm going to generate random numbers here.